Hi guys, this is Kazamor and welcome to Runescape Update News. Today I'll be looking into the Summer Beach Party update, released on the 29th of June. This update repurposed the Lumbridge Crater into a giant beach party with experience to gain and new items to collect. So let's get into it. This update brings many new items including experience boosters and cool new cosmetics. There are 4 new stackable experience boosting drinks that stack for a 2% boost, up to 5 times for a total of 10% boost. They are broken up into the 4 categories of expert skill capes: combat, artisan, gathering, and support. They also include amusing examine information, so check them out today. Skilling during the event gives modest experience with a 10% boost when the activity is in the spotlight, which changes every 15 minutes and is different from world to world. While skilling, you will raise the temperature bar through different levels of heat. At 100%, you will be stopped from skilling until the daily reset. But ice creams reduce this bar back to 0 3 times a day. Awesome. The anti-sun potion gives an extra 5% experience for all event skills for 24 hours after drinking. I'll talk about these tokens a little later in the video, and I also picked up a piece of cake next to the sandcastles in the video, so that's pretty neat too. This is the sandcastle plot. Here you can gain construction experience by building large sandcastles based on some of RuneScape's most iconic buildings, including Lumbridge Castle, the Sand Exchange, Wizard's Tower, and the Dominion Tower. To skill here, you just need to click on one of the piles of sand, or previously built castles. Your character will build until they become tired, or the castle falls down, in which case you must click again, similar to the use of protean items. Extra experience can be gained by building the current spotlighted castle. This can be found by examining which NPC is standing next to Foreman George. For example, right now, it's Sally, the Grand Exchange Clerk. This changes every few minutes. Oh, by the way, here's the piece of cake I was talking about earlier. Tasty, tasty cake. Now onto the cooking plot. Here you can prepare and grill fish at 2 different cooking stations. Each animation takes a little while to complete, but it gives a large amount of experience for each cycle. The animations are really cool too, so I'm sure they'll please even the finest chefs in RuneScape. There's no extra experience for certain jobs here, so you are free to prepare or grill as you please. But don't forget to drink those purple Lumbridge cocktails to squeeze every little bit of experience you can out of this simple plot. This is the Coconut Shine minigame, in which you throw various objects at coconuts resting on poles to gain ranged experience. There's 3 different types of objects that can be thrown: a ball, a cabbage, or my favourite, a chin chomper, each giving varying amounts of range experience and chances of success. This also gave birth to my favourite part of the event, collecting coconuts from trees for the minigame. This gives a small amount of farming experience for every pick, and then a larger amount of experience upon handing them in. I'll be doing this daily because farming is, frankly, my least favourite skill. Next to the coconut shy is the rock pool area, where you can go fishing for rainbow trout and gain some great, you guessed it, fishing experience. The fish can then be handed into a table over in the cooking skill plot for extra experience, similar to the way the coconuts from the farming plot worked. I believe the waterfall graphics around this area are very pretty, and it is personally my favourite scenic area of the event. Finally, around the rock pool, there are a couple of small model pirate ships, which will fight against the royal battleship models gained from the previous sand gathering event, as well as drops from Claudia, a special boss monster that I will elaborate on later in the video. There's another area in the southern section of the event that can be used to teleport to several of the most popular distractions and diversions. These include fish flingers, the shooting star, the evil tree, familiarization, gothic cache, big chin chomper, and sinkholes. I really believe that Jagex wanted to use this as a summer alternative to Profidness. Giving optional teleports as well as these skilling pots really assisted in this. They also included many shops in this event, including special Independence Day merchant, Sam, who sells the same stock as Diango, with a neat Uncle Sam outfit to boot. Sheldon is another one of these merchants. He sells a selection of neat new Runecoin items, which can be sold on the Grand Exchange for around 1.1 million gold, as of the writing of this video. These include the Bunting Whip, Snorkel, Bucket Head, Claudia Hat, and Dragon Ring cosmetic overrides, as well as the Stick of Rock and Throwing Starfish toys. These are great if you have some rune coins to spare and want to make some extra gold, or if you just want a jazzy new look for summer. The third merchant of the event is on the south side. Her name is Flo, and she sells some new override items, including an awesome new resting animation. She also sells a few fun party items, which have been available in Solomon's store for a while, so you can really get the party started. Now on to Claudia. She only spawns once every hour though, so let's sit and relax in a comfy deck chair while we wait. Claudia is about to spawn and everyone's waiting excitedly around her rock pool, ready for a good fight. While we wait, and then fight her, let me explain some facts about Claudia, her moves, and her story. When asked, Reina explains that Claudia arrived at the beach hiding in one of the many buckets of sand that we donated to her. She said that at first Claudia was an adorable little creature, but sadly, all creatures have to grow up at some point. The Wizard's Tower thinks that the Anima Mundi sent Claudia as revenge for what happened during the Battle of Lumbridge 2 years. Watch out for this fight, as even though it is technically impossible for Claudia to kill you, if you die, you will lose your items. All of Claudia's attacks are AoE, although I've found you're generally safe from her attacks if you stand behind her, at least at her claws, or further back than that. Her hits are based on players' life points, so everyone at any level can join in and assist in killing this beautiful creature. She does a melee cone in front of her that hits everyone, as well as a ranged AoE that hits around the same area. When she does the ranged AoE, she claps her front claws and a shockwave can be seen moving out from her. She also has a few magic attacks with interesting mechanics. One is a simple dot that does small damage over 10 seconds. She also does a water jet in which she slowly spins in a circle and damages anyone in front of her as she spins. Her final attack is the only really dangerous one when you stand behind her. It consists of a large splash AoE, and it damages everyone that attacks her. This boss is very similar to a boss in World of Warcraft. If any of you have played, you'll know the one I mean, the Lurker Below. Claudia drops all of the items available from the event, including the Runecoin tokens from the shop. This is also a first time an in-game event has dropped something that was previously Solomon and Store exclusive, which is exciting for people who have been unable to use real-life currency in the game. She also exclusively gives the Lifeguard title. To attain this, you must defeat her 50 times. A lofty task, but it can be completed in just over 3 days if you manage to play hourly, so you better get to it, guys. Thank you for tuning in to episode 1 of RuneScape Update News. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments about this week's content, just leave a comment below and I may be able to answer them in the next week's video. Thank you and good night.